What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a blessed weekend if you're watching this. And before I get started on this quick predictions video for AEW's Dynasty, just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel, to the followers on Rumble. I'm over 400, but I'm gonna wait. It's still a little too early because it should be fluctuating. So maybe tomorrow, if I get like a couple more subs, then I'll celebrate. Then I'll work on the 6 through 10 favorite female wrestlers of all time. But enough of that, let's get into it. Alright, this video is hopefully it's not gonna be too long. Alright, it's been a minute since I've done one of these type of prediction videos. Normally I just post in the community tab because it's easier that way, but since there was no AEW review for the go home show, I figured fuck it, why not? There you go. I know the AEW bots be fiending for some AEW content. Alright, so I got you guys. Alright. So I'm gonna run down the card, break it down, Barney style, and elaborate on who I think is gonna go over and why. And real quick, half of these fucking matches shouldn't be on the damn card anyway. Like, why are they doing these Owen Hart Cup matches on Dynasty? These are collision matches. These are dynamite matches. But I digress. For Con-Man, his pay-per-view has to have 12 matches minimum. Alright. Start off with the first match, or I don't know the particular order, but I'm going off of what I see here. We got the CEO, Mercedes Moné versus The Undertaker. Get it? Julia Hart. Now, as much as I love Julia Hart, she ain't winning. Come on, man. Come on. How can you think to yourself, yeah, Julia's totally gonna beat fucking Mercedes Moné and go on to win the Owen Hart Cup. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe these two faced off before, but Julia got her ass whooped back then. She's gonna get her ass whooped on Sunday. That's what it is, and that's how it's gonna be. It is what it is. Monet at this point is pretty much doing whatever the fuck she wants in that company. Right? Next match, we got the Proto Star, David Bowie, aka Timu Isaac Frost, aka Randy Orton from Wish.com, aka Kyle Fletcher. He's going against my nigga, Reach for the Sky, boy. Mark Briscoe.
A shark and a dog. A shark and a female dog in the jungle. What they gonna do? A dog ain't no damn jungle animal. I'm a freaking tiger. Or a gorilla. I'm a baboon. I'm gonna tear your face off. I'm gonna get you and your little female dog too.
And I gotta be honest. Alright, I keep it 100 here on my channel. Mark is one of my favorites here in AEW. But he ain't winning. Alright? That singles push in AEW, he could get pushed in ROH. That's fine. Nobody gives a fuck about ROH. But AEW, nah, he ain't getting that singles push. Which sucks. It fucking sucks. I want to see a serious Mark Briscoe. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Kyle's gonna go over. Moving on, we got Will Ospreay bruv versus Kevin Knight. Right, he was one half the Jet Setters with Kushida in New Japan. Recently got signed, so now he's all emotional wrestling. Or I seen someone call this shit all emo wokeness. Whatever you want to call it, it's all the same shit. I like Kevin, but again, it's come on. I mean, I'd love to see an upset, to be honest. Do I want to see Will Ospreay win the fucking Owen Hart Cup? Fuck no, I don't. I really don't. But chances are is a 99.99999% chance that Will Ospreay is going over. Alright? This is one of Con-Man's favorites. So the smart bet will be on Ospreay, but I would love to see an upset from Kevin Knight. Moving on to the AEW World Tag Team title match, we got, hi guys, I'm the Learning Tree. Big Bill, Little Bill, going up against We Hurt People. We Hurt People. Yeah, We Hurt People. The reigning, defending, undisputed AEW World Tag Team Champions, the almighty Bobby Lashley, the standard of excellence, Shelton Benjamin, the Hurt Syndicate. Alright? Now, this match can go one or two ways. It all stems from if Mr. Maxwell of Jacob to the Freeman gets involved and interferes in this match. Right? Because he can go on some fuck shit and fuck over the Hurt Syndicate. And you got Big Bill and Brian Keith going over. You know what I mean? To be like I can see it right now. Like next week on Dynamite, you know, cut my music. Or boo me all you want. Or Chicago sucks. All you people here are fat, lazy, and stupid peasants before me. You people honestly thought I was going to join the Hurt Syndicate? Look at me. I'm better than Bobby Lashley. I'm better than Shelton Benjamin. And you know it. We say some shit like that, you know. Or they can go the route of MJF trying to join the Hurt Syndicate. And he does. He proves himself. You know, even though I guess he assists Bobby and Shelton winning. You know, Bobby and Shelton, they slowly start to open up to MJF. They'd be like, well, we didn't need your help, but we appreciate it. You know, maybe not so bad after all. You know, and then MJF, Mr. Maxwell, joins the Hurt Syndicate. Even though he's going to need like a darker tan and go bald if he wants to look the part, but I digress. Moving on, the ROH World Championship versus Mask match. We got Bandito versus the reigning, defending, undisputed ROH World Champion, the Nueve, Chris Jericho. Now, I can tell you right now, I don't give a fuck about this feud, man. I don't care about Jericho beating up Bandito's brother, Gravity, or Bandito getting embarrassed in front of his whole familia, with his abuelita, his mijos out there. I don't care, man. I don't. But the obvious choice is Bandito, because I don't see him taking his mask off. Alright, he's a former ROH champion before it. He can get the belt back again. Who I want to see be ROH World Champion is Shelton Benjamin. Give that man a world title like you did Claudio Castagnoli. Right? Make it happen. Come on, man. But yeah, going with Bandito on this. So moving on, we got the AEW TNT Championship match. No time limit and no outside interference allowed. We got Adam Cole, baby, versus the reigning, defending, undisputed TNT champion, Daniel Garcia. And here's another feud I don't give a fuck about. Like, at all. I miss the ROH Adam Cole.
Potential does not stand a chance against the best damn pro wrestler on the planet. A lot of promise does not stand a chance against Adam Cole, baby! What it does promise is a beating like you've never experienced before.
And I never really gave a fuck about Daniel Garcia to begin with. But if I have to pick one, I gotta go with Chuck's. I think it's time for him to get a singles belt here. Daniel Garcia had his moment when he won the TNT Championship, had it for a little bit. Now it's time to give it up, buddy. It is what it is. Moving on to the next match, which is for the AEW World Trios title. So you got Rated FTR, Cope, Dax Hardwood, and Cash Wheeler versus the reigning, defending, undisputed AEW World Trios champions, the Rough Riders. You got bum-ass Wheeler Yuta, you got Claudio Castagnoli, and Pac. Off rip, I'm going with Rated FTR. Alright? Give Cope another belt to add to his legacy. You can continue the story with either Dax or Cash turning heel when they eventually drop the titles. And hopefully when they drop the titles, they retire the belts for good. Right? They don't need fucking trios tag team titles. They don't. Right? Because are there any other trios tag teams for like what, Top Flight? Who gives a fuck? Alright, get rid of these fucking belts. Like, you guys aren't the Fabulous Freebirds. I've never been a fan of the Trios titles in any company. I think it's fucking stupid. So again, going with Rated FTR, and fuck Wheeler Yuta. That dude sucks. God damn. Moving on, we got a triple threat match for the AEW International Championship where you got Speedball, Mike Bailey, you got your boy Rico. I can't do it as high pitch as you can. And I remember people were talking about, like, where the fuck do you get that shit from? You know? It's like people were saying it was from Jadakiss, and I'm like, whoa. Like, whoa. Like, does Ricochet look like the type of person that listened to the Locks? Come on, man. I don't know about Sheik Luch, Jadakiss, fucking Styles P. I don't know about that. Stop it. Alright? And Jadakiss, he goes like, that's how he does it. Right? Cena used to do that shit. He goes like, ah! That was back during his Word Life run. You know, that basic economics and all that shit. But yeah, and he's going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed AEW International Champion, Kenny by God Omega. This is too easy. Omega's gonna win because they're still teasing Omega versus the man that has been seen since fucking like last January or some shit. Feels like fucking the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. Where the fuck is he at? Like, I don't think he's injured. You know, the only people who I know are indeed injured is Jay Caucasian, unfortunately, Orange Cassidy, and Mark Davis. And it's like Mark Davis and Jay just got back not that long ago, man. Like, damn, that's tough. That's shitty, man. You know, hopefully they get back soon. You know, hopefully their injuries aren't too severe. You know, but you hate to hear it. You know, you really do. So yeah, I gotta go with Omega. Although I wouldn't mind Bailey or Ricochet winning, honestly. You know what I mean? But I gotta go with Omega on this one. Moving on to the AEW Women's World Title match. Alright, the match that I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, boy.
You got the Amazon, Megan Bayne, her sexy ass. One of my favorites here in AEW is she's going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed AEW Women's World Champion, timeless, Toni Storm. I do have high expectations for this match, so I hope they go out there and put on a wrestling clinic. Right? Now, do I believe Megan Bayne is going to win? No. No, I don't. I still think, like, damn, I forgot who mentioned in the comment section. It was like WH Sports Fan, something like that. I'm with them on this, to where they're going to build up Toni Storm and CEO Mercedes Moné. Alright, and possibly have Moné be the one that beats Storm. Alright, it's just a question of who's going to beat Moné for the TBS Championship. There's really only two logical choices to choose from because they completely dropped the ball with Camille. Completely fucked her up, man. I'm like, how? How do you do that? With someone like Camille, you know what I mean? That makes no fucking sense. And that's why people say, you know, Khan continues to fumble. You know, because of shit like that. How you fuck up Camille out of all people. You know, I digress. But two choices. You got Jamie Hayter, who is the best in the world. Alright? And then you got Athena. Bring her up finally after being in fucking ROH purgatory for like fucking, seemed like 2-3 years at this fucking point. She goes over on Mercedes, and Mercedes gets bumped up to the Women's World Championship and goes after Toni Storm. That's how I can see shit playing out, right? So I gotta go with timeless Toni Storm. And that leads us to the main event. That's for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. We got whose house? Some people are calling this man an op. They're calling him a seasonal black. He's only black depending on which way the wind blows. You know what I mean? We got Swerve Strickland, and he's going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Jon Moxley. Can't do as good as Justin Roberts, but there you go. Alright. Now, I want Swerve to win. Obviously. John had it for too fucking long now. The story of the whole Death Riders ran its course. It's over. You're done. You're washed. It's over. Alright. And as far as the whole speculation that Darby Allin was going to be the one to beat John, I don't think it's going to happen because his ass is trying to climb up Mount Everest right now. Right. And that's going to take a hot minute. So, but imagine that. But I wouldn't put past Funkman to keep the belt on Moxley till Darby comes back. If Darby beats him, so not only does this man climb Mount Everest, he goes over on Jon Moxley, ending his tyranny here in AEW now and forever. Don't be surprised if that happens. I'm just saying, right? And there's a good possibility that that could happen. What I want to see happen is whose house? Swerve Strickland becoming a two-time AEW World Heavyweight Champion. He goes on to All In. We have Adam the Arsonist Page. He wins the Owen Hart Cup. So therefore, got the last match. This is it. Right? And the whole story was that Swerve has yet to have a clean, definitive win over Adam Page. He finally gets that win at All In. You understand? So Swerve retains his belt. Adam respects him finally. Then he goes back to being babyface. There you go. This is right there. Too fucking easy, but the chances of that happening are somewhere between slim and nil. Alright? And that's it for Dynasty, I believe. That's all the matches. I don't know about 0 Hour, and I don't care. To be honest. Alright, those are just random ass matches to try to get people on the card to make them feel better. Alright, so I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys predict is going over? I love doing predictions, so I want to see your guys' predictions in the comment section. Like if you like, hate if you hate, it's all the same to me. I just want to see the engagement and the feedback from you guys. As far as the next video, I'm contemplating, because I want to do Let's Fucking Go episode 2 review real quick. I still got to do a video request for Undertaker and King's booking. I got another episode, NWA, I got to cover as well. There's a bunch of shit, man, I got to do. But I'll figure it out. I don't know. But yeah, wasting up for you guys' time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you, yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty. But most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. I'm back a little bit, but till then, adios.